bonusprint.com champion hurdle trial. 2 miles the trip. 1 is Arcalis, Paddy Brennan. 2 is Afsoun, Mick Fitzgerald. 3 Mount Henry over from Ireland, Robert Thornton. 4 Overstrand is Graham Lee. 5 the French Furs, Brian Harding. 6 is Milligan, Jody Mogford. 7 Mr. McGoldrick, David O'Meara. And 8 Torkening is Richie McGrath.
Because Afsoun is the favourite, has touched 6-4, but is now 11-8. But the interesting thing about this market for me is the support for Arcalis, who's now 9-1 from 12-1. That's significant support for a horse on its day, has the class to take this and could be the value in the race. Afsoun then the 11-8 favourite. Mount Henry has been heavily supported from 4s into 7-2. Mr. McGoldrick is easy to back. That's been on the drift out to 13-2 from 5s. Talking King, there's been good money for that as well. 8s into 7-1. Arcalis, I've mentioned, is 9-1. But Afsoun heads the market, is the 11-8 favourite.
Running in this bonusprint.com champion hurdle trial. And as they're spread right across the track now, Talking King in the centre is going to be one of the early leaders in those yellow and black colours. Over on the far side, the French Furs is there, and just in behind them is Afsoun, just ridden with a bit of restraint today. Further back in the field then is Mount Henry over on the far side. 2 lengths away, Milligan, who's travelling on the near side. Further back is Mr. McGoldrick from Arcalis, who's the grey, and they're missing out the one that would normally be the last or the second in a race of this nature. And Overstrand settles at the rear of the field. Coming up to the judge now, they've got a circuit remaining. And the French Furs out in front here, but they're spread right across the track. Some jockeys looking for better ground on the outside. Talking King is out there, and then on the inside in 3rd follows Afsoun, who's held up today. They're followed by Milligan back behind them. A length away then on the inside is Mount Henry, followed by Mr. McGoldrick in the centre, then Arcalis the grey, and Overstrand is at the tail of the field. Heading down the back now, and they've got 3 flights awaiting them there. And the veteran, the French Furs, is being joined now by Talking King on the outside. Milligan is out deeper on the track, and Afsoun just in behind. He fell last time at Kempton when showing a lot of dash out in front, but ridden completely differently today, just slotted in behind as they come now to the second. They've had a long run to it. Further back then is Milligan, who's out very wide from Mount Henry over from Ireland, the orange sleeves and cap. Then Arcalis, and Overstrand is still at the tail of the field. Coming to the 3rd, and the French Furs landed over it in front from Afsoun, who's anxious to get a little bit closer now. Mr. McGoldrick is wider out, followed then by Mount Henry, then Talking King, and out pretty deep on the track at this stage is Overstrand. Arcalis just preceding him, as all the time they're heading downhill now towards the 4th, and the French Furs draws towards it on the near side, just in advance here of Afsoun. The white sleeves and cap, the Hemmings colours. Now Arcalis is starting to draw up on the outside into 3rd. The well-backed Arcalis, 12s into 9s. As they leave the back now, Overstrand is taking closer order as well, as Afsoun in the white sleeves and cap gets through along the inside to lead here. The cheek pieces of Mount Henry not that far away either. The French Furs just starting to feel the pressure a bit now. Then Arcalis around the outside, the grey coming into it, and Overstrand with the green cap is also edging closer. Afsoun though as the leader as they come into the straight now and heading towards the second last. Leads from Overstrand, is making a bold bid, but Afsoun comes towards it, jumped it like a stag, landed full of running here. 3 in advance now of Overstrand, and also Arcalis on the near side is getting closer all the while, and further back in the field then a long gap, Mr. McGoldrick, and then Mount Henry. They're stretched right across the track here with 1 left to jump, and Afsoun about 2 or 3 in front of Overstrand and Arcalis. The French Furs battling on the red jacket over on the far side there as they clear the last. Mr. McGoldrick, Mount Henry can't do any better, and forget Milligan as they race up now with just over a furlong and a half to go. Afsoun out in front here. The French Furs, the veteran on the far side, trying hard to rally. They're followed by Overstrand, who's run his race from Mr. McGoldrick, and Arcalis, who's fading, but Afsoun alone on the near side by 4 or 5 lengths here. And Afsoun is coming up to the line to score quite impressively. A good performance. Afsoun in the Hemmings colours wins it by the best part of 10 lengths. Second, the French Furs, a gallant second too. A gap into Overstrand, followed by Mr. McGoldrick. Mount Henry behind them from Arcalis, who faded right out of the picture. Milligan is further back, and Talking King was last to complete the course.
Day for Nicky Henderson. Afsoun returned at 11-8. Started the day odds on, drifted out before the off. 11-8 favourite though. Afsoun returned, ridden by Mick Fitzgerald. The French Furs in second at 14-1, and Overstrand was in third, also at 14-1.